What's up, everybody? I'm Morgan from the very unofficial travel guides, and welcome to a premiere. Something I have never done before. It's the first time ever. I have an idea of how we can interact on a different level, and you know, when I say that right now, it sounds like I'm about to start talking about like crystals and meditation. It's not. Let me just start again. I have this idea, a concept, and I haven't really thought it out thoroughly yet, but I'm just so excited about it that I didn't want to wait, and I decided I'm gonna turn the camera on, sit down in front of the red sofa like I do every Sunday, and then just start blabbering away on a long tangent, and eventually we'll get to the point. In order to get to that point, I need to tell you about why it is I started thinking about this. As most of you know, I say I travel around the world to popular and not so popular tourist destinations to give you a very honest, unofficial look at what it was like to be there. And over the past few years, I've realized that cruise ships are a subject that you guys think are very interesting. And you know, I do too. And I've realized though that some of the things that I think are interesting, you guys don't. I look at the numbers of my videos and I say, well, why did that get so many clicks? And why did this not get any clicks? And it's all good. So that is one of the reasons that is factoring into what I'm getting to. Another thing is, one of the parts that I enjoy the most about traveling is the planning process. Looking at all the different options, comparing what I can get for how much money. I don't know about you, but as soon as I find something that I think, all right, this looks interesting, I can afford this, and it includes everything that I'm looking for, I immediately have to find something else to compare it to. Are you guys like that too? But altogether, just that whole planning phase is something that I really, really enjoy. And that's another part of this whole thing that I'm getting to. And now, let me get to the final factor that is, in this recipe about why I'm sitting here talking to you this right now. And that is, I sometimes find it really hard to make a decision. Like, obsessively hard. I don't know exactly where it comes from, but like I said, as soon as I find exactly what I want to do and realize, okay, I've got the time off, I can afford it, and there are flights and everything, I can't just book it. I need to have alternatives, or I don't know, I can't relax about making the decision. All right, here we go. Through some interesting changes in my life, I have almost all of the month of April off, and I have decided that I want to let you choose my cruise.
Choose the cruise, choose the cruise, choose the cruise.
I'll probably end up cutting that out. So that is the game that we're gonna play. And it's not really gonna be a game. I really am going to let you all decide what my next cruise or cruises will be. And I'm gonna tell you the ways that I think that we are going to do it and what the result will be right now. First of all, let me tell you what I would prefer. I would really love to do a back-to-back cruise again where I'm on one ship and then I disembark that ship and get onto another ship on the same day. However, not changing ports from Fort Lauderdale to Port Canaveral. No. Flights to Southern Florida in April are super cheap right now. So it has to leave from Fort Lauderdale, so Port Everglades, or Miami, or it could be also Tampa, but then it has to be, like, both cruises have to be leaving from Tampa. Otherwise, I would have no problem having one cruise leave from Miami and one cruise leave from Fort Lauderdale. So in order to be able to compare two cruise ships back to back and only have to fly one time to Florida, I would prefer having it be two cruises in one trip. Here's the other thing, the budget. I have this travel account that I have with money that I budget throughout the year, and for this trip I would like to keep it under $2,500, including flights and basically all expenses. Is that a lot of money? Is that a little bit of money? You have to remember that I always am flying internationally, and international flights cost a lot. But like I said, at the moment they're pretty affordable to fly from Hamburg, so the flight has to be from Hamburg to Miami or Fort Lauderdale or Tampa, or if it's a back-to-back leaving from Port Canaveral, which I would fly into Orlando, then we could do that too. In fact, I'm not really picky about that, but I just know that at the moment when I started looking for some cruises for myself before I got this brilliant idea, I realize that flights to Miami and Fort Lauderdale in April at the moment are very affordable. So we have flying from Hamburg, preferably back-to-back cruises, budget of less than $2,500, including the flights, the cruise or cruises, a hotel the night before and a hotel the night after, or maybe, a couple nights before or after. I'll let you decide. I would prefer to not be gone for more than 14 days. And if you want to play along, I need you to be really detailed. And in fact, you can be as detailed as you want about the whole thing. You can pick out what hotel I stay in, what restaurant I go to before, for breakfast before going to the port. You can pick what restaurants I eat at on board. If you want to pick out the menu items that I order, as long as it's, of course, vegetarian. I mean, you guys know what I like to eat by now anyway, so if you want to pick the cabin, the suite, or whatever, just keep the budget in mind, and I'm gonna do what you want me to do, and I'll tell you how I'm gonna decide. First of all, you will have from now until Friday to send in, Friday of this week, to send in your suggested itineraries, and like I said, I need it to be detailed. Don't just write a comment on the video saying, I think you should cruise on the Oasis of the Seas. Yeah, I think so too, but that's not how we're gonna play the game. What I would like you to do is pick out literally the hotel and look how much that hotel would cost for the night or nights before whatever cruise it's gonna be. Then look at the price of the cruise. You can use like Expedia, you can use the cruise line's websites, because I want to see how much each thing is going to cost, so I know that you look to see if it was going to be under the budget or not. Look for flights leaving from Hamburg, Germany and returning to Hamburg, Germany for wherever the cruise is going to go. And if you want to make me really happy, I would love to go back to St. Thomas again, and I have never been to Mexico, so that'd be a cool thing. Here is a little example of how I would like it to look, and I would say probably don't post it in the comments here on YouTube. Send it to me as a private message on my Facebook page, or if you are a member of my Patreon page, then you can do it there as well. Oh, and I almost forgot. If I pick your suggestion, then I'm gonna send you a package full of surprise goodies, including cruise ship merchandise and cruise daily information from the cruises I've been on, perhaps something from the Very Unofficial Travel Guides Teespring store. It'll be cool. You'll like to get it, and it's going to be my thank you for helping me make this decision. All right, how am I going to decide? First of all, I am going to, on Friday, let my Patreon members help me pick out 3 to 5 favorites. So if I get like 10 thorough suggestions, then we'll pick out 3 favorites. If I get more than 10, then maybe I'll pick out 5 favorites. But I'm going to do that only together with my Patreons or my patrons. So if you want to participate in that process, then go ahead and sign up for Patreon. It's patreon.com/veryunofficial, and we'll see each other on Friday of this week. Then, once the 3 or 5 favorites have been picked, next Sunday, so a week from today, we will do a live chat here on the Very Unofficial Travel Guides on YouTube. Actually, I'm going to be posting this on Facebook, but the deciding will be done in a live chat on YouTube next Sunday. And that will be the day, oh my gosh, this is going to be really exciting. Next Sunday, we will all decide together what cruise I'm going to go on next. I hope this all works out like I'm planning. Like I said, I'm doing this because I want to show you guys what you want to see. I'm gonna be happy going on any cruise. I kind of like giving up responsibility for making the decision. And if it's awful, I'll know who to blame. I can't wait. I'm so excited about this. And yeah, send in those suggestions. I'm really looking forward to this week. See you soon.